Let's be honest. Nnamdi Kanu may not come out of jail anytime soon. Not because he did something new, but because his freedom scares the people in power. Every election season, his name is used like a tool to gain support, to divide people, and to keep control. They don't want him free. They want him quiet. So while we keep hearing about peace talks and court cases, there's a bigger game going on. Stay with me, because I will show you the real reason Nnamdi Kanu might stay in jail for another 10 years and who is secretly winning from it. Welcome back to Blackish Gold Originals. 1. National security argument. The Nigerian government keeps calling Nnamdi Kanu's case a national security issue instead of a human rights matter. This label changes everything. When something is tagged as a national security threat, the government can legally ignore or delay court rulings, saying they are protecting the country from danger. Under the doctrine of national security supremacy, the state can claim that releasing Kanu could cause protests, violence, or unrest across the southeast. This gives them the power to hold him as long as they want, even when courts say he should be freed. For example, in July 2022, the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention ruled that Kanu's arrest and detention were illegal and violated international law. They demanded his immediate release and compensation. But Nigeria's government refused, arguing that Kanu's actions threatened the peace and unity of the nation. Even after several Nigerian courts ordered his release, including the Court of Appeal in October 2022, the government ignored it, citing national security concerns. This move clearly shows how the law bends when politics is involved. In short, Kanu's freedom is not really about justice anymore. It's about power, control, and fear of what his voice could spark if he is released. But how does the government keep dragging this case for years, even after court rulings and international pressure? Let's uncover how endless legal delays and appeals keep Nnamdi Kanu trapped in limbo.
2. Endless legal delays and appeals. Since Nnamdi Kanu was first arrested in 2015, his court case has gone through a long and confusing journey, full of delays, adjournments, and endless legal drama. The case has moved between the Federal High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court, with no clear end in sight. In October 2022, the Court of Appeal in Abuja ruled that Nnamdi Kanu should be released, declaring that his arrest and extraordinary rendition from Kenya were illegal and violated international law. Many Nigerians and international observers thought that judgment would finally set him free. But in December 2023, the Supreme Court of Nigeria reversed that decision, saying that while the government acted wrongly in how they brought him back, it didn't mean his charges should be dropped. This move pushed the whole case back to the starting point, creating a legal loop that could drag on for many more years. With each new court sitting comes another adjournment, often lasting months. Meanwhile, his health continues to decline, and his legal team keeps crying out about human rights violations and lack of fair trial. In short, the Nigerian justice system is being used as a political tool, keeping Kanu stuck in a cycle where the government can say the case is still in court while avoiding real accountability. But beyond court delays and legal tricks, what's the real fear behind keeping Nnamdi Kanu locked up? Could it be the power of mass mobilization he once commanded across the southeast?
3. political fear of mass mobilization. Many top politicians and security chiefs in Abuja believe that if Nnamdi Kanu is released, it could spark another round of tension across the Southeast. They remember what happened between 2017 and 2021, when his rallies and online broadcasts led to mass protests, road blockades, and even violent clashes between IPOB supporters and security forces. According to Amnesty International, over 150 IPOB members were killed in protests between 2015 and 2016, and hundreds more were arrested in 2021 after his rearrest. The government sees his influence as a security threat, not just an activist voice. For many in power, releasing him might mean reopening old wounds, renewed calls for a referendum, the rise of new pro-Biafra militias, and massive street demonstrations. This fear keeps the system in defensive mood. So, even when the courts grant him bail, the security agencies often block it, claiming national security concerns. Behind the scenes, it's less about justice and more about control. They believe that keeping Kanu in detention maintains a fragile peace, especially before elections or major political shifts. The truth is, the government fears the symbol of Nnamdi Kanu more than the man himself. His release could unite millions under a cause they've spent years trying to silence. But while Abuja fears losing control, there's another silent war happening within IPOB itself. Question: what happens when the leader's absence creates new power struggles?
4. Internal IPOB power struggles. Since Nnamdi Kanu's arrest in June 2021 and his continued detention by Nigeria's Department of State Services, DSS, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has not been the same. His absence created a power vacuum, and that vacuum became a battleground for control, money, and influence. Before his arrest, every decision in IPOB passed through Kanu. But now, several voices claim leadership. Reports from Sahara Reporters and Vanguard Nigeria have shown that there are now splinter groups, one led by Simon Ekpa in Finland, and others operating inside Nigeria with different agendas. These factions often collect donations from supporters abroad in Kanu's name, money meant to support the Biafra cause. But without Kanu's direct supervision, there's little accountability. This has raised serious questions about corruption, fake loyalty, and misuse of funds. Some insiders fear that if Kanu is released, he will uncover how deep this rot has gone, from false propaganda to stolen money meant for the struggle. His presence will shake up the entire system and end the influence of those who now benefit from his silence. So, for a few insiders, his continued detention isn't just convenient, it's profitable. But if some of his own people secretly gain from his absence, what about the Southeast elites, the politicians, businessmen, and elders who claim to want peace? Are they truly innocent or silently benefiting too? Now click on the video on the screen now to watch the concluding part. This is Blackish Gold Originals. See you inside now.